Hey everyone, we are back on Genteki.net playing Industrial Genomics up against Noise. This should be an interesting one. If you haven't seen the last video of this, we are trying to cheat out Big Ice using Mutate and Heritage Committee, turning your Quandaries and Pups into Janus and Archer. So we'll see how it works out. Noise could be a tricky matchup. It's not an incredibly quick deck, but we'll see what we can do. So stick this on. R&D is where they're... no, because we can protect our valuables. Because we want to be able to keep our Caprice, mutates, things like that. Yagura will give us some sort of assistance and help in showcasing what's good to hit, or what we want to keep rather. There's a Janus. Not an ideal one to see so early. I think we just gain credits. Don't want to overdraw, just in case. Set Big Gift will help on the money front. We could, of course, put down the Janus and try and push out behind it, but we don't really need to at the moment. There goes our first agenda. So, is it just going to be a case of milling us to that? Janus and Caprice could work out very nicely. Janus, Caprice and Batty, even better. But we'll see how we can get on. So, Clone Chip is going to cause problems. Yeah, I think we show off the good stuff. So they're going to see Janus, but then again, we didn't want it to be a surprise anyway, because ideally we want it to be free. It's only if things have gone horribly wrong that you're going to see it being rezzed the hard way. Now our stuff is going to be more expensive, but at the moment they have no fear in running. Well, at the moment they're just not running. There goes our first shock at least. An Incubator coming down. Well, this could be an interesting one. So, massive medium push at some point, which means we may have goofed on our ice placement. There's Mutate at least, so that's something. Let's put Assassin up there. Let's put a Yagura in a new remote. We'll try and prompt a run at some point, and then we can try and get this back on top, get it over here, or if they are going for some massive medium run, get it up here. Pad is down as well, which is annoying, so I think it may be time to push Jackson in. Never mind, they're going to get the agenda. They're going to get a face full of shock as well. But our pad is in the bin. So we hit Corroder, which is nice. Crick. Yeah, I'm willing to put that out. Put that in server 1. Let's draw twice, I think. And we'll put a crick on Archives. And we'll get rid of one of our Caprice. But we may have to stick one on R&D as well. So hopefully we can get some sort of run. And that is one of the issues with the deck, is it doesn't work if people don't run. That you're going to just be doing things the hard way. Now that they've seen Janus, they may be less willing to run places. They may want to build up Data Sucker and then get a massive Parasite down. We'll see what their plan is. I mean, Incubator could really hurt then, because you can just instantly pop things over there. And you're good to go. Okay, so if we draw 2, we end up at 8 cards. We'll use some of them. Let's just draw 1. Ashigaru is nice, so maybe we just do it the hard way. New remote. Of course, we need to draw an agenda for us to be able to do things the hard way as well. Corroder cut plus Data Sucker could make life worth of this. Parasite plus Incubator plus Data Sucker will ruin it. Or not even Data Sucker, just throw it onto Parasite and you're done. So we need to watch out for a lot of this. Clone chips coming down. So still using all the influence, despite the most wanted list. At the moment, Heritage Committee doesn't even help us because they are not running. So maybe an agenda instead. Get back. Interns maybe. Pad. Caprice. Ditching a Plascrete. Draw one. Batty is good. So we'll get ourselves set up for a score. Our mighty Yagura is going to be holding down the fort for the moment. There's your wild side. So they need to find Chronotype pretty quickly, or Janice is going to cause even more problems for them. Hooray! And Caprice as well. So let's res. Let's go for 1. And now we have something to target. No, we don't. Joke's on me. That is problematic. So Janice is the best option, I think. But we can get a Backo down there. Try and hold them out that way. Parasite, not ideal. We may need to do a purge very soon. Two shocks and archives and a Caprice, making things a bit more expensive. The Incubator is a worry. We do not run CVS in this deck either, so troubling times. Can we draw an agenda? No, we cannot. So I think we purge and just reset everything. And next turn we aggressively draw. Try to get things out. We may have to sacrifice a lot of money. Deja vu for cash data sucker, more than likely. Lose and mutate. And they get rid of her hemorrhage. Words are difficult. There we go. Okay. So they have a lot of money, but they can't threaten things as easily this time around. Let's go interns. Celebrity gift. And celebrity gift. Keep things expensive. Install to server 1. Advance it once. And this becomes worse. I think we do this. Not the one you want to be putting up there, but can hit them with some brain damage, hopefully. Sure, that's going to work. But again, it's going to be more expensive. Oh no, it's not. Noise. Or imp. Foolish me. Well, this was unexpected, so it's going to cost them a lot of money though. 8 plus a couple of tokens. And we're going to get this out the door. Now again, it is probably one of the better solutions, and they're making a lot of money, so. Memstrips comes down. And sucker once more. And they're going to run this, so let's fire up a crick. Make them pay a bit. Future Perfect is in there unfortunately, but thankfully they're not running turntable. Would really like CVS now. We can afford to spend. They can also afford to spend. So we can only turn crick into something which isn't that spectacular. Everything else is... I think for the moment we're just going to take it easy. Let's do this. And where do we need Caprice? R&D maybe? Are we expecting a big medium? Let's put this on HQ. So more viruses come down. Just an endless supply of cash. And a parasite, which hits Philotic. So things have gotten much worse. Do we see Jackson? We do. Let's put him in there. And put Caprice somewhere. Will they go from big medium? Let's protect our current assets, maybe. Hopefully we won't need to. Okay, so they're poor again. So we need to hit something fairly soon. Okay, they're just going to use their incubator on the crick. In a way that works out for us, but on the other hand, not ideal. Because we don't have something to mutate once again. Draw just all the celebrity gifts. Let's not show that. Let's show that. And yeah. And we'll pitch a celebrity gift. So glad to see the back of the incubator. Makes me a little less worried about things. And at least it's been used on Crick, which is fine. Yagura took a parasite, so there goes another ice that we would have liked to mutate out. And we are starting to hit the clock as well. 17 left. They have 2 of these to go. How many clone chips have they, or how many deja vus? These 2, so chances are they have another. Chances are you're going to see more cash. Tricky spot. Double data sucker plus parasite. The one time I don't need a Jackson. Let's try and get an agenda. Okay, good. And let's push for that then. So we'll take back Susanu, take back a Philotic, and we'll take back a Bacol. And are we going to get the chance to use mutate? Doesn't look like it. Let's get rid of... Oh, it's a tough call. Okay, we'll try and cheat it out. Get rid of that, and we'll get rid of Pop. If he runs here, we can make this a double Janus server. Runs there. We can get a Janus up here. Imp is less than ideal, but... and they can't really afford to run now. So then the race is on to find the last agenda. Score that out. And what I'd love to be using these cards, it doesn't look like it's going to happen for me. Ooh. It'd be great for the emergency draw, but I think we sack it. So they're going to have the clicks and the David to get through. Can they get through twice? And they've sold Chronotype. I assume it's supposed to be Delicass. Okay. Okay. So, that's David taken care of. And now we're going to get to turn our Yugura into something scary. Do we let them see 2 cards? Don't think we do. Yeah, I'm going to put an end to that. There's so many more times they can run through. And we can do our funny stuff. Funny business. Obviously, would have liked something over here, but it wasn't to be. So, Janus or Ashguru? I think Janus. So, here's the combo. You heritage. Regardless of what you see here, you put Janus back on top. Then you mutate. And you get your Yugura. Boom. And then we click for credit. So that is the dream combo, and R&D is pretty safe now. They can, of course, go through if they like, between David, Clicks, and good old dog that you never see. There is the chance that they'll get to parasite it, but it might take a little bit of time. But unfortunately, we're a bit tight on cash. If we really trust in our side games, we can go over here with the food, and we are on the clock as well, so we may need to get a move on. There goes our agenda. So, now we need to go with Jackson. Jackson sent back our agenda, maybe some money cards as well. That is one issue I'm having with this deck, is just don't have the money to do everything. And the only thing I've read the difficult way is like Assassin, a Crick, a Yagura, Caprice. Aside from that, Incubator takes out our Archer. Righty then. So we could interns on Isai. Go for it, but I think just play it safe. Installing you there, going for 2 credits, and hoping that this Jackson can see us through the rest of the game. David's gone, but may make a comeback. They can actually afford to go through our R&D. It'll take the entire dog, or most of it actually. 1 on Assassin, 2 on the Janus. But it might be worth it. Aside from that, we may be testing our side game skill. We've Caprice, we've Baddie, we've Token. Maybe enough to see us through. But we are also expecting a few more agendas. So Incubator onto something, Surge. And then it'll either be a Parasite or a big medium run. I would assume... now I'm very confused. Okay, they're going to see 2. But it will cost them. And do we let them see 2? I don't think we do. I think we Jackson back some things, including the last agenda. Because if they get desperate and go for a data sucker, Archives is the place to go. So send this back and hope for the best. And then we'll go with hedge fund and hedge fund. Should nearly have gone with a shock. Oh, nice. Well, it didn't hold out in the end. They got way too set up for us, unfortunately, had loads of money, and didn't run enough for us to be able to mutate and Heritage Committee our way to victory. So that was unfortunate, but good fun nonetheless. There was probably quite a few more agendas in here. Unfortunately, one in hand. Yeah, sure enough, global food was coming. Snare, last card of the deck. That's not all that useful. And there's a shock. So there might have been a bit of a deterrent to go again, but just not enough. Alright, thanks very much for watching. Catch you again soon with another one of these games.